What's going on, everybody? It's Crypto Vision here, back again with another crypto market update. Today's video, we're going to be checking out XLM. So if you like today's video, please hit that like button, subscribe for more, leave a comment where you're tuning in from. I really appreciate it. So, well, we're back here on a Monday. We're still alive, right? Everyone, we're still alive. Last week, Friday, was kind of crazy. We've bounced back. By the way, I'm not using the Bybit or Binance chart. I mean, it's absolutely crazy. I didn't have this when I was, I didn't have this actually, so I went through and just put in a bunch of stuff. Um, I don't even know what half of these things are. And so I just wanted to look at the scam Robinhood. I don't know if it was delayed or if it went down for a split second, but I did not see prices like this. I had notifications. I didn't, nothing. So I'm just going to use this chart, right? I mean, it did come down to that 28-cent mark. But overall, that was, absolute market manipulation to the fullest extent. Um, and so we do have something though here. So overall, right, I think this is what we've done, right? So we've come up in a 1, 2, right? You come up 1, 2, 1, 2. So overall, you have your A, B, C. Okay, you have your A, B, C. Okay, so we should expect another leg to the upside, right? Right. So this overall does look like your three-wave move down. I mean, this does look like a B wave now. It really does. I mean, it looks like an A, B, C, right? So just a lot of three-wave moves everywhere, and this is on the weekly chart, right? This is on the weekly chart, so it does. That's what I'm getting at, right? I'm thinking this was your B wave, right? And now you've come down, especially this wick down here. That's sufficient for your C wave, right? So that's sufficient. Um, right? I mean, even for something like this, right? Even for something like this, right? A, B, C. Okay. Where are we at? We're right below that 0.5. That's not an area I want to sit below, right? Because then you're looking like this again. But at this point, right? I mean, what we saw on Friday, this everything is manipulated in crypto, right? So technical analysis, right? Gotta take it with a grain of salt. Now it's more so market psychology. Now it's more market psychology. A lot of people are calling for a retracement to the lows, right? So coming down, maybe a slow grind to the lows, but I don't think that's going to happen. Here's why. A lot of people, like myself, couldn't even buy down here. I mean, you couldn't even buy down through here. You couldn't even do it. I mean, it was frozen. You couldn't even do it. So I don't think market makers are going to allow people to come down one more time in a nice, relaxed fashion. You can just relax, not a big deal, buy some more on the cheap, right? It's just not, most, like, leverage is gone. Spot isn't selling, right? Their spot isn't going to sell. Um, they might have some stop losses to buy in for cheaper at percentages, but they're not selling their entire bags on something like this. They're just not going to do it, right? I'm not going to do it. It's just not worth, right? This, like, something like this isn't worth to sell right here to possibly buy right here, and then in 15 minutes it's gone and then you can't buy it, right? Because that's what they do. They'll do something crazy like that. And so I do think we are going to have some volatility this week, but I don't think we come down to here, possibly down to the 50-week EMA, possibly down through here like this, something like this. Come down, make it look like we're coming down low, pile in bears. Now, at this point, my TA is going to be based off of market psychology and stablecoin dominance. Straight up, market psychology, stablecoin dominance, and just structure. Right, a lot of the indicators, like the Fu Manchu, it's great for traditional stocks, but for the last couple of weeks, it hasn't been the most reliant. And I'm just being honest with you. RSI, same thing. It's been great, but not the most reliant. So um, it is, in fact, the one thing I can say about the RSI being reliant is just overbought, oversold. I mean, those are like the two things. I mean, if you look at this thing got oversold almost. Didn't even get oversold, but almost, right? Almost got oversold. When you're down through here, you typically bounce, right? Down through here, you typically bounce. So is it a dead camp bounce like most people are saying? Time will tell. It has a green dot down there on that Fu Manchu, but like I said, right, we have some levels to get above. We're still down, way down low. I mean, you're you're right at, okay, you're not there yet, but at that, you know, sell side wall. You know, I kept this on here just because this is definitely a fake out. I'm just capturing both sides at this point. I'm capturing both sides of a fake out and break down, break up kind of thing. Wait, where are we at? Right here. So, so yeah, so you know we're coming up to this area. We did have a cross down through here. We're sitting right at the 200-day EMA. So we could get rejected at this 200-day EMA, which would not be pleasant. When's the last time we did that? Ran down, kind of like we did it 2 times. We like did it through here. We did it through here. I mean, and it led to some drastic price sell-off. So what time is it? 8:29. So in about, you know, what did it just close? Did it just open? In about 30 minutes, right? In about 30 minutes, we're gonna find out. Um, you know, because that's a pretty big. That's a pretty big drop for both of those. So we'll see about that. And we're gonna go check out some stablecoin dominance after this, and the stablecoin plus Bitcoin dominance, because those charts are actually interesting, very interesting. The 4 hour, right? The 4 hour. I mean, we got silver sold. This looks good through here. I like this look. But now you got to get out with velocity, and I don't, this this market right now is crazy. You have some crazy bullish divergence. I mean, crazy bullish divergence. You have some momentum on the Fu Manchu. You're trying to touch the stochastic. This right here, you look like you got a 1-2. So if we come up through here, got a 1-2, buckle my shoe. 1-2. Nope. Come on. Right there. There you go. 1-2. So look at that. You're just consolidating right under the 1618. Or sorry, excuse me, the 618. You get above the 786. I can mark this on here. What is that? 36. Because everything's going to be different now. Everything's going to be different. There we go. That's 786. You get above that 786, you're targeting 40 cents again. I mean, and it's probably going to be fast. And that's the area where I'd like to get above. I'd like to get above this local high. Close above this 41.2. Yeah. Get above that. And then you got that 45 cents. That's for the overall retracement. That's from the overall retracement, 45 cents. That's what we need to get above for the weekly. And then that 52 has been, we need to close a candle above that. So we have some levels to the F side we need to get above. But yeah, I'd say that right now you're just consolidating. I mean, you're consolidating right in between here, which is good, which is nice and bullish. Looks like you have a 1-2, you have a 3. You're working on a 3. I don't think that's a third wave yet. 1, 2, 3. I mean, it could be a 3 wave, but I don't think so. 1, 2, 3. I think you're just consolidating. You go up, and then you can come down for a 4th, and then you go up, and you come down like that. So a lot of people are saying, I mean, if this is a bear scenario would be, let me get rid of this. We have the levels. Bear scenario, we need the bear scenario, right? Bear scenario is an impulse to the upside, right? Impulse. So you have this. So you have like your A, B, C, and now you're chopping around, okay, to go up higher. Let me see where we're at for the retracement zone. Just from the A, I don't even see, that's the thing. It's going to be different, but especially, I mean, you got to your 1-to-1, but at the same time, I'm not using the buy bit. whatever the uh, that was the lowest. That was the lowest one I could find was Bybit. I mean, not even close. I mean, Bybit. If we do a retracement of C wave, we're going to 44 cents. I'm just not going to use it. It's unreliable. Yeah, maybe we get to 44 cents, you know, but that's just see this makes it so difficult because now that is a wick, so technically it's price action, but it's so scammy. Like it's so scammy, right? You come down, then you go, then you're taking out all of this. You know what I'm saying? You're taking out all of that, and that's not how price action works. I'm not going to use that. That's crap. Absolute crap. So we'll go to right here. Right, if we need to hold above this right there. Okay. And I'll put this one 618. Okay. So those are some levels. We close below that, then yeah, we could be looking at some lower prices. I mean, what do we got on the chart? I mean, this didn't actually come down. This didn't break the low. This didn't break the low, so you got like a 1-2. Like a 1-2. This broke this low, so yeah, that's not a 1-2. So is this your 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? Possibly, right? Possibly that's what people are probably thinking that could. But at the end of the day, this doesn't really follow anything. Right, this is the 4 hour that invalidates the 1, 2. I mean, maybe on the smaller time frame you could see something like this. That's not a third wave though. So yeah, so I mean the bear scenario would be, let's see, bear scenario would be so if this is a 1, 2, so this would be your third wave. We're just gonna use this as, you know, your low or whatever. 786 to the 1, so 24 to 26 cents, right? 17 cents at the worst. So I do like this once we get above these right there. It's just I don't know if that's the low or if that's the high. I'm saying right there. So we have some levels to break. And I can leave this one up. Is that the Bybit one? I can just do that. I would just rather do that and leave it up. So we do have levels from the retracement zone. You know, if we break down 30 cents, then it's like, okay, so, you know, not a financial advice or not financial advice, but maybe 30 cents. If we lose 30 cents, then it's like, okay, possibly we're coming down, right? This is your 3-wave move up. We're coming down for a 5th, something like that. Target your 1, a little 1618. But that 1618 is right. That's your full retracement, so that you're just gonna let leverage. That's the thing at this point. Like market structure and TA is being trumped by, no pun intended, but tweets about China, Russia, and it's not tariffs. Don't do that. It's just market makers use that as a means, right? As a way to justify their means. So yeah, we definitely got areas to the downside. Let me leave this on just the 4 hour. Perfect. So that's what I got for XLM. Targets to the upside, targets to the downside. You know, we lose that 30 cents, then it's like, okay, you know, you could be looking at 28 cents, 26, even possibly, you know, I mean, with the way things have been going, right? I mean, you lose this 382. I mean, really, you lose 786, and you're more than likely coming down to this level, somewhere in here. All right, somewhere in there. If you lose a 786, so that's what I got for XLM for today. Let's take a look over at USDT. Right, this chart on the weekly, right? Same chart that we've had on the weekly for weeks. Right, we're sitting right at that, that 6.62, like just resting right on it. You opened right at the, 6.63. So just just market makers toying with us for sure. Bounced off the 50, still in this triangle pattern. So by the end of October, we're gonna have an answer. All right, by the end of October. I mean, when this thing was going on, I was like, oh, gotta redo all this again. But thank goodness you came back down. So I do think that we're going to see a crazy movement. Probably not this week. This week probably just go sideways, do some stupid stuff, and then maybe the following week we start going crazy to either side, right? So, and then what about this on the weekly? Same thing. Stablecoin dominance plus Bitcoin dominance, same concept. This actually looks a little bit more, the 4 hour. This looks more bearish than anything right now. This does. This looks like it's coming to an end soon. I mean, by this Friday, we'll see. I've captured both downside, upside breakouts. Just fake outs. I want to capture the fake outs just to kind of see, the mean of both fake outs, upside, downside, just the mean where we're at. And so, yeah, so we'll see. We're kind of just chilling right here, and usually it's kind of bearish. Usually with something like this, with the wick and then going like that, it's bearish. Typically, right? But we're not in traditional markets, right? Got to remind myself that all the time. Not in traditional markets. It's been a test, I'll tell you that. Same concept going on here. This is Bitcoin dominance, actually. So on the weekly, we've had the same. Like Bitcoin dominance looks like it's ready to collapse. It actually does. It really does. We've had this thesis. I mean, we did break down. I mean, we did the breakdown. We came up, back tested. This right here is the biggest fake out in history. Right? I mean, you did exactly what you should do, and then market makers are like, nope, played you. So that's why all the stars have to align. This has to break down. And stablecoin dominance has to break down. Has to break down. I mean, has to break down. And so, yeah, so that's kind of what's going on today. Bitcoin's doing its thing. I got some levels up for Bitcoin on the daily. All right, on the daily. It's actually the 4 hours of the 4 hour. Yeah, the 4 hour. I readjusted a lot of things for Bitcoin. The 2618 and the, these levels up through here, just a little bit to the upside, nothing crazy. 118, but yeah, we got above this 114.27. As long as we stay above that, we're looking good. Bitcoin does look like it's in a 1-2 setup, like a 1-2, like we're in a 3, trying to get 4, and then 5, hopefully up, 5 up, and then you drizzle down, something like that, then go. Not to scale, obviously, right? You can come all the way back down to here and go. All right, so that's kind of what Bitcoin's doing. Big scale picture. A lot of people are saying we're in a, what are we in? What do people think we're in? We're like in a, I don't even know, like a B, C, or we're in an A, B, C. Right, a lot of people are thinking Bitcoin's about to tank. Right now, Bitcoin looks stronger than every freaking asset. Bitcoin looks stronger than everything. That's just the way it is. That's just how it goes, right? This Bitcoin is strong. And then let me go check out Ethereum real quick. Ethereum looks strong too. Ethereum looks strong. I mean, came down to your 200. We had 36 marked, 3600 marked. I mean, Friday. I'm guessing you came down even lower. This isn't the scammy Bybit or Binance. Hey, if you use Binance, don't use, like, get your stuff off of Binance. They just, the way that they operate their business model, I just, you can't use them in good faith, knowing that they want all your money. They want nothing but the worst for you. So, get your money off those. Yeah, get your money off like the Bybits, the Binances. Like, that's absolutely crazy what transpired. I can make an Ethereum video and cover everything on Ethereum, but I don't have any level like updated levels. These are all levels I've had. So if you would like an Ethereum video, just drop it in the comments. I appreciate you stopping by. Thank you for your time. Take it easy, right? Hey, we're gonna get through this. If you need to, take a break, don't come back. I'll be here updating the charts. So, as always, take it easy. Peace.